Baby dolls, it's time for your yummy update. I'm going to give it to you straight. StableCoin SuperCycle is confirming. StableCoin SuperCycle is cranking. Look at this Google Trends picture. And you know what, friends? We're going to have to crank it a bit. You know what I mean? We're going to have to pay respect. StableCoin SuperCycle, Habibi Albi. What's going on here? That's interesting. Stable coins are rising. You ever seen anything like that? You haven't. Look at the term, StableCoins. Normies are searching up stablecoins. Friends, like, I really think we got this one, man, because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. That's why it makes sense. In the last cycle, we had DeFi. Everyone thought, oh, DeFi had all the adoption. There's yield. TradFi want to see yield in crypto because there's zero yield out there in the real world, and they can understand the yield. So they can come in, they use Aave and Chainlink and Uniswap and what these, and they love it. No one cared. In 2021, the actual bull market, people came and bought dogs, gaming Ponzi coins, JPEGs, DeFi 2.0, Hedge took over. Nothing to do with the DeFi 1.0 stuff. Nothing. It made no sense. Okay? But you got to listen to the people. In our cycle, what happened in last year? We had AI. We had Soylana, fast transactions. Yeah? Soylana was fast. They had the Phantom wallet where the LA Vape Cabal, they're basically just like sticking their toes out into the crowd, and the codes literally just, the crowd is just sucking the toe jam off everyone out in the LA Vape Cabal. They want to worship these people. Remember my poop pyramid? They come here and they go, oh, Soylana is real money because it can be used to buy a cup of coffee. So Ethereum is dog poop. Ethereum is garbage. That's what they kept saying over and over and over again. Little did you know, a man out there who dared to dream bigger. He said, you know what? Why not show the world how much we really believe? I'm going to peg my own nipples. I'm going to peg my own nipples with pride. And there might be a thesis called StableCoin SuperCycle thesis, which coincides with it. You got to remember how little sense that made. We had MemeCoin SuperCycle last year. People understand memes, fast trading, Soylana. Now, what do we have? StableCoin SuperCycle. It just, you think about it, it makes no sense. It's a unicorn effect. It's happening in crypto. Like, think about how you write this story. You go, okay, after seeing everybody degen themselves and meme coins, instead of hunting for like better memes and better degen stuff, people started looking for stablecoins in a bull market. You understand how like rare this moment is? The market hasn't priced it in. It's actually happening right now. StableCoin SuperCycle. And they're actually searching. It's gone Parabolic. Now, there are a couple of things you can buy. I've gone through them a lot. Who cares about them? You know, you can buy, if you want, you can buy Circle stock. You can buy Coinbase share. You could buy that. You can go buy Ripple coin if you want. XRP. Blockchain back another XRP Maxis. They're getting out in literally less than a 3x now. So they're getting out at about 2.5x from here. So if you're happy to sell in a 2.5x on something after this time, good luck to you. You can buy Athena, ENA, whatever. You can touch any of them, okay? I like touching this super secret special pDAI coin, Ping Pong Coin. That's what I like, okay, to participate in it. We'll see. So you got to think about what would trigger the most amount of the crypto industry. It would be this narrative. Because they're looking for stuff where they think it makes sense. Oh, they think, oh, TradFi wants, you know, this other stuff and fast transaction Soylana. And here comes Ethereum with 60% of the world's stable coins on the chain. And then they have a StableCoin SuperCycle. That would make everybody trigger. And they get very pissed off. Now, there's a guy out there, friends, used to live on top of a sandwich shop. Okay? He actually made the better Bitcoin as well. Okay? He could foresee this 4 years ago. That's why maybe pDAI, which ends in contract address 1DOF, right? There's only one of it. D for dollar. Hopefully it's gone to a dollar. 0 for 0 amounts of soy, and F for friendship. That's the last 4 digits of the contract address. That might have something to do with it. Now, I've shown you this in Juicy News, friends, but there's an Altseason index. It's at 51 out of 100. You see it's spiking up here. They don't last long. But the measurement's really crude because if your coin is up 2%, and then Bitcoin's up 1%, it says, oh, you're in Altseason. You should be partying and stuff out here, right? We had the big news today, which the Bitcoin dominance has now flipped red on the weekly super trend. Remember, the weekly super trends are enormous. They're big, they're juicy. We now flip red on the weekly super trend. It's pretty much confirmed. It did do a fake out last time. So this one was horrific. This fake out was nasty. This was Trump with the fake victory and then bang, right? The fake rally of the victory. So we have to unwind all of this, okay? We have obviously Ben Copen still calling for 70% Bitcoin dominance. Everyone's still saying, no, it's going to keep going up forever and ever and ever. You had this guy saying altcoin season is dead. Bitcoin Treasury stocks are the new thing. So we're going to see, okay? We'll see. We'll wait and hopefully it goes back down. A lot of people are asking as well, where do I think it's going to go to? Here's the thing, man. Conceptually, I'm very confident we're going to have a double bubble of sorts because that's what happened in 2017. But you don't know the distance, okay? So actually, I'll show you what happened. In 2017, this was the double bubble. So wave 1, everyone thinks it's over. Wave 2, okay? That's it. So I don't know what distance we're going to go to, but you never know, man. Maybe wave 1 comes here. Everyone thinks it's over and everyone buys Bitcoin too early and then wave 2, okay? Maybe that happens. Hopefully it's lower. But it's just, I'll be honest, with Ethereum, ETH BTC got cucked that bad. I don't know if we can get much lower than that in Bitcoin dominance. Friendly reminder as well. So not only is pDAI's SuperCycle thesis confirming with StableCoin SuperCycle, every day, friends, look what I found on Twitter. So I saw this. I put this. When I say highest value content in crypto, it's not second highest or third highest. It's literally the highest. Do you get it? It's literally the highest. Look, let me show you. Paolo, the Tether CEO, literally friends. And by the way, when we see him, because we got, I think it's actually racist unless I give it to you straight here. So I can't stay mad at you. We're all on the same team, So the Tether CEO Paolo, he blocked 85,900 USDT stolen. So this guy Salsa Tequila is actually a good, used to be a good Bitcoin scalper. He used to scalp really aggressive short time frames. I don't know if he still does it now. I just remember his price action stuff. I think he won like one of the awards once for BitMEX. Well, man, it's been like 5 years though. All right. So Mr. Salsa, look, my friend got hacked for his entire USDT. It has withdrawn from Binance here. So Paolo came out and blocked it. Now, you might go, but Sommi, that's great. We blocked somebody out here. His lollipop was stolen, and we blocked it. My sweet child. That's how it always starts. You give them a little power, and they go, oh, I'm blocking all the hackers. That's how it always starts, bro. That's why everybody slippery slopes themselves into total control. They go, oh, first just the hacker. Yeah. Friends, here's the thing, right? Look, there might be a debate one day. It might get heated because they might block the wrong thing. And they might get it wrong. Right? So maybe Paolo wakes up one day, right? Maybe he's eating mushrooms. He's sliding down the plumbing pipe, as Super Mario does. Hanging out with Joshy Boo. And then maybe one day someone says, help, help, help. My money got stolen. Please freeze the account and give it back to me. And then Paolo checks it. And then that guy goes, hey. That was the hacker, man. You froze my account. Right? So, something like that's going to be, there's going to be a bit of a tiff somewhere. Some friction. And then it's going to make everyone think, uh-oh, what's actually happening here, right? But by the way, we already know this, right? It's got a blacklist function, friends. Blacklist function stablecoins will be abused by government authorities in the future. pDAI is a solution. So remember, I don't think pDAI should be the only solution. I think people should have a choice, okay? Maybe you want to have some of your money as a hedge against the authority state. Here's the thing, friends. If you have $100 million in crypto, okay, hopefully all of you do one day, okay? Hopefully all of us have $100 million one day, yeah. You just don't know one day if you're going to wake up and your account's barred. They've just frozen your stablecoins. You don't know. So why not keep some as a hedge? Just like gold. right? Just like how gold is analog Bitcoin. You're like, hey, just in case the internet goes down, just in case they try to ban something, just in case I've got to flee the country with just a couple of like, you know, sprinkles of gold, you know, probably in a tube inside your butt or something. You got to go through, you know, the boat checkout. Just in case you have some. Okay, well, if you're like Justin Sun and you got billions of dollars, yeah, and you want to hold a stable coin, just in case, what if like it's too dangerous to have all your money just in that one thing that can pause one day? Okay, you wake up with zero, and then what? You know, do you really want to take that risk? Why not have and hedge yourself? So it'll be interesting how it all plays out. That's why I don't think you should have just all or one. Yeah, but let the people decide, right? But it's interesting, yeah. Blacklist function stablecoin. Now, when I say blacklist function, friends, of course, friends, I'm very aware. Most people, like, yeah, if you have your $27,000, hopefully 27,000 pDAI, of course the governments are going to come after you, most likely. But you and I don't really move markets, you know. Someone with 550 million, right? They might be thinking about something like that, right? Soy ETH ratio has continued to slide down as well. Just showing you, friends, nothing's changed, by the way. You know what's interesting? Soylana releasing their fast layer 2, getting an ETF, worldwide adoption, all of these. Ethereum's done nothing, and the ratio is going down. Because the market price is in the future, friends. That's what's happening, Habibi. The market is pricing in StableCoin SuperCycle. It's pricing it all in. Man, friends, these harrows are going to be haunting everyone for life. Freddie Kroger, bro, you had a Bitcoin Maxi literally say Ethereum is going to zero and Soylana's the future. And how he used Soylana was he made a rug token and stole money from everyone and then deleted his tweet and acted like nothing happened. Well done, Freddie. Well done, bro. What a great use of blockchain. Robbing your followers and then pretending like nothing happened. That's the best thing he could think about to use Soylana, by the way. Wow, that's great money for me. And by the way, the world's most popular man already launched a MemeCoin on your chain. You know what, man? You got to think bigger, friends. Think bigger. pDAI is a ping pong coin. Just think bigger. That's what I'm saying. Think bigger. Friends, you got to think about this, right? Morad comes out, makes a presentation on MemeCoin SuperCycle. And then I'm seeing it, and I'm also seeing I make StableCoin SuperCycle. You got to understand how whack that is, right? And friends, I was here in last cycle, man. I got to show you, dude. Once again, by the way, look at the pump fund token. This is it, the pump fund token. I just got to show you Doge. You got to understand the absurdity of Dogecoin right here. You got to understand, okay? This, friends, what was happening in crypto was DeFi Altseasons, DeFi yield and stuff. And then the dog coin that does nothing goes 220x and takes over the world. You understand? Like, you're like, what? You see? That's why if pDAI goes up, you can just imagine the cope and the seething from all the Richard Hart haters, from all the Pulse Chain haters, all of them, from all the mid-curvers who are talking about VCs and ICOs and pump fund. Oh, let's go to Kobe's Echo. Let me sift through the 480 token seed raises that are happening this week and try to find the one that isn't a freaking shitty idea or a scam. You know, not his fault, it's just it's hard. Okay, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like, they'll be coping so hard, and they're like, wait, the guy who pegs his own nipples on the internet, who's wearing a Pokemon hoodie, who wears a Pikachu hat, who has the sharpest elbows I've ever seen, said that a stable coin has a 200x upside to reach its $1 fair value. What? Those people made money? Yes. Welcome to crypto. You understand the absurdity of that, friends? And by the way, as I'm literally making this video for you right now, like pDAI is like ready to just go to the next zone. There's going to be the global nipple pegging here right now, by the way, friends. So if pDAI comes up here, I'm going to have to make my video on Maria's underpants. They're here. They've arrived, okay? When we break 0.6 cents, we're there. Like, we've actually officially cleared. We've already cleared everything, by the way. I'm just waiting. I want to get there. You know what I mean? So, where are we going from here? Great question. Crypto, friends, as an industry, This is why I look at the big macro stuff, because here's the thing, friends. This is the total crypto industry, right? It's still moving up. What I try to do sometimes is, like, I don't know, friends, you ever did like finance or maths? Sometimes the teacher just tries to teach you stuff like, hey, once you've written down the answer, just take a step back and just have a look at the answer. Like, does it like look right? Does it look okay? In terms of like, sometimes you're trying to calculate the price of a bond. You're doing some boring finance math stuff. And you're like, well, the question asked, how does the price change of the bond? And I've turned the yield from 2% to 4%. Okay, so the teacher, the professor would say, okay, you should just automatically think back, hey, they're asking me to raise the yield of the bond, right? So the new price of the bond, it should be lower than what it started at. That's the first quick check. You know the numbers, you're like, okay, the original number was like, 98. Now it should be less than 98, So if I've got the number 99, I've done something wrong in the equation, right? So you know what I mean? Like a basic check. Well, our like basic mid-curve friendly check for me is like, well, if crypto's global and it's so easy for everyone to get in, and stocks are 150 trillion, does it make sense for crypto just to stop at 5? And some people might say, yeah, but then I go, okay, but now you have Treasury Secretary Bessent coming out and then reciting the US government Treasury Committee report that says stablecoins are expected to grow to 2 trillion in size by 2029. So you're like saying, okay, well, they're expecting 2 trillion just in stablecoins, you know what I mean? So does it make sense that the whole industry stops around 5? And of course, anything can happen, friends. Any World War Black event. I mean, like what happened to Epstein files? Well, we got really, really close, right? So they might throw any distraction out. They might bring out the fake solar flare, anything really. The fake cyber attacks. Something might come out. But I'm just thinking conceptually, if we go to like 5 to 6 here, I'm not satisfied, man. I'm like, man, I just don't think this industry is worth that much. I know I'm here every day. It's not worth that much, dude. We give more money to Ponzi's out there, real Ponzi's. Stocks are 150 trillion. I love Johnson & Johnson baby bump powder. I don't ever want to own the stock though. You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking about that. That's all I'm thinking about. So that might be our key to believe in the double bubble, as I showed you, Bitcoin dominance, right? Because right now, that's right, friends, I'm giving you the yummiest of updates. Bitcoin dominance hits red. What does it mean? That's what we've gone through today. It means we're going to throw to this next leg. Look, friends, I hate to say it, but I've got to say it, okay? If it's truly a believer cycle, we have to get rid of the 4-year cyclists. I'm sorry, we have to. I don't want that to happen. I want us to sell with them. I want to get out too. We all dream of clicking sell and leaving this casino. But I'm just going to be honest, man. Yeah. If we're all going to make it, we have to get rid of the 4-year cyclists. We're getting rid of them right now. Yeah. Because it's been 4 years. So they will be selling in this Bitcoin. They will be selling here. They'll be selling their Ethereum early, 4 or 5K. And then it's all up to me and you. And Spoonie. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.